Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Quentin Smith. The impeachment of President Trump is expected to move to the next phase on tomorrow. The House is set to send articles of impeachment to the Senate. Then a trial is likely to begin a week from today with Chief Justice John Roberts presiding. CBS's Nancy Cordes has the latest from Capitol Hill.
A 28-day delay comes to an end tomorrow when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi releases the articles of impeachment without securing the assurances her party sought.
We're in better shape than we were a few weeks ago, but there's no certainties here at all.
Democrats have been pushing for new testimony in the Senate trial to come.
I would have wanted to have a clear indication that there will be witnesses, especially with people like John Bolton saying that they would testify.
The articles will be hand-delivered to the Senate, as they were before the Clinton impeachment trial, by a set of House impeachment managers, who will then serve as prosecutors in the Senate trial.
We need witnesses.
Opening statements alone could last for weeks, with senators serving as silent jurors for hours every afternoon.
I expect to drink a lot of coffee and not a heavy lunch. You know what I'm saying?
A small group of Senate Republicans wants to hear from witnesses, too, and they could force the hand of Senate Leader Mitch McConnell.
We're going to vote on that at the appropriate time after we listen to the arguments.
And would the White House be able to block those witnesses?
51 senators will decide who to call. After that, who knows who will employ what kind of legal devices. I have no idea.
House investigators are releasing a new trove of documents, notes, and texts they recently obtained from Lev Parnas. He is an associate of the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and he says he was involved in this pressure campaign on Ukraine. Some of the documents even suggest that they were having the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine followed. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
There was also a lot of activity in the state capitol today as well, but this was a moment of celebration. And even though Mother Nature called for a change of venue, Mississippians witnessed the swearing in of the state's 65th governor, Tate Reeves. Courtney Ann Jackson has more.
As the rain came down outside, the pomp and circumstance of swearing in a new governor squeezed into the hallways and House chamber in the Capitol. We caught former Governor Haley Barbour on his way in.
He's earned it, deserves it. I think he'll do a really good job. One thing about Tate, he knows what he's for, and he knows why he's for it. And that's why he's strong, good, solid conservative.
Phil Bryant also taking in his final moments as governor.
Can't wait for him to be sworn in, and I'll be heading to the farm.
And then the transition was made official.
Office of Governor
of the state of Mississippi.
The shift inside meant most members of the public huddled around monitors on the second floor.
It would have been so nice if it had been bright and wasn't raining.
But most were just glad to be there to witness history.
If it was inside or outside, I was going to come because it was good to be here. It was great.
Reese says he believes the tone he sets is important after what he described as a full contact campaign.
Today is not about what's happened in the past. Today is about the future. It's for all Mississippi. It's about bringing Mississippians together across the state for better jobs and defending our way of life in Mississippi, and I'm committed to doing just that.
His speech referenced several missions, many of which mirrored what he discussed on the campaign trail.
It's my mission to spend every single day creating a climate where good careers are plentiful, with every Mississippian prepared to pursue them.
Longtime Senator John Horn reacted to the speech, noting they've had differences in the past, but
I think what he is saying is he wants to turn over a new leaf and turn the page. I have no reason to doubt him at this point.
Courtney Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
And Reeves has already taken some official steps as governor when he reappointed some agency heads, but does have others who are planning to resign or retire. We anticipate hearing soon who he'll appoint to those positions, including the commissioner of MDOC. Lee County voters overwhelmingly passed a school bond issue today. The $15 million package will go towards building a new career and technical center for the county. The bond needed a 60% majority, and with complete but unofficial numbers in, it's cleared that majority, passing by almost a 10-to-1 margin.
Temperatures well above average for this time of year. Our average high, 51 degrees. We're still well above that in most spots across the area. In fact, we're in the mid-60s in Columbus and in Tupelo, 54 in Starkville, and 61 in West Point. Just a few sprinkles out there, but generally all of us are just mostly cloudy. Overnight tonight, temperatures don't fall much. I think we'll stay right around that 60-degree mark through the evening with that stationary front hanging around down to our south. And obviously you see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. We've been tracking the potential of a dam break at the OKTIBBEHA County Lake, that flood zone to the north and west of Starkville into southern Clay County. For the latest on that, I'll send things back to Quentin. Hey, Quentin.
All right, thank you so much, Trevor. Tonight, leaders in OKTIBBEHA County are giving an update on the levees at the county lake. EMA Director Kristen Campanella says the good news is the rainfall has stopped and they haven't seen any additional movement since this morning. Earlier today, the lake showed signs of possible damage. Slides of dirt were seen in an area between Walter Bell and Rivera Roads. County leaders then began taking a proactive approach in case things worsened, which was a possibility at that time. They issued voluntary evacuations and notified residents in the area about the danger and the potential impacts it could bring. Now that the rainfall has stopped, Campanella says she's hopeful things will remain calm.
We've gotten the word out that conditions are really favorable for maybe a breach of the dam. But at this point, we don't have a mandatory evacuation in place, but we do have all of our first responders and all the resources available to handle a mandatory evacuation.
In the event that we start seeing some seepage, the conditions of that levee changes at all. If it happens in the overnight hours, we're going to send our county volunteer firemen with their lights and sirens, and the Sheriff's Department with their lights and sirens in those affected areas to help wake people up, because we don't have a siren in that area.
To where we can go in.
The Red Cross has opened up a shelter tonight at First Baptist Church in Starkville. The county's engineer will be back out at the lake again on tomorrow for another inspection. Sometimes history has a way of repeating itself, and that's the case for one Pickens County woman and her family. For the second time in 40 years, their house has been destroyed by a twister. Our Cash Matlock brings us their story.
Angela Sullivan has spent the last few days picking through what's left of her belongings. It's a feeling that's far too familiar. Saturday's storm marks the second time a twister has destroyed her house. The first time was back in 1974 when Angela was just 10 years old.
We were watching WCBI television news. There was come across the scanner that there was for us to take cover in this area. My dad said, "I'll shut the TV off. It's not anywhere near here." And as soon as he said that, my mother stood up and she got knocked down. The storm came and I was knocked out.
And 10 years after that, another tornado in the settlement community.
Back in '84, I expected it to happen again. At that moment was when it hit down the street from us, about 3 miles. And it killed a lady and her father.
This time, when Angela heard severe weather was a possibility, she was prepared and headed for the local shelter.
Because I did have grandchildren with me, so that really prompted me to get up out of here.
Within minutes of the storm hitting, Angela got a call she's been dreading for the past 40 years.
But I didn't think that it was going to happen. I just didn't think it happened to us.
I just remember family, and I felt like it's gone, it's lost.
Many people believe tornadoes follow the same path. Scientifically speaking, that may not be the truth.
It's kind of like lightning. When people think lightning never strikes twice, it does. Tornadoes will go anywhere they want. It's just random. You can see the map here. All spots may see a tornado at some point, but most spots won't, and some spots will get hit multiple times.
Regardless of where she falls on the storm path, Angela says she isn't going anywhere.
This is home for me. And yes, I do want to come back here because I love this area. I truly believe in God. I have strong faith, and I know that God is my protector.
That was our Cash Matlock reporting there. Angela says she believes this story would have taken a more tragic ending had she not taken her family to the nearby storm shelter. And turning our attention over to weather, Trevor, who was nominated for tonight's Forecast?
Quinn, tonight on the Emerson Animal Hospital Forecast, it is Sparky. Sparky's looking pretty happy. I think it's ready for, I think they are ready. I didn't mean to call it the dog and it, but either way, I think she's a little happy for the break in the rainfall for the next few days. Storms tomorrow, but we do get a break for Thursday and Friday. More storms on the way. I've got that forecast right after this. Stay with us.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, I think the weather is going to be reaching to the wine rack for the next couple of days because it's a little topsy-turvy. Take a look at these temperatures. We're starting out in the mid-70s tomorrow, down to the 50s for Thursday and Friday, 60s for Saturday, and then down to the 30s for Tuesday. I said at 9 o'clock it was kind of like a roller coaster, but I think the wine analogy is just a whole lot better because it is just so up and down. Now, we're going to try to get through this forecast. It's pretty complicated. I'm going to try to explain all the details for you. So hold on. We've got a lot to talk about. Let's start with a look at the temperatures outside right now. 63 degrees in Columbus. Keep in mind, our average high for this time of year, 51 degrees. So we're 10 degrees above our average high temperature. And it's 10 o'clock at night, so very above average, staying pretty mild. We are a little cooler down in Starkville, but still fairly mild with temperatures in the mid-50s. Notice all the rain down to our south. That's exactly where we need it with all these flooding issues. It's going to stay down there for tonight, but we've still got some upper level clouds filtering in. Could see a few sprinkles as well, but in general, with this stationary front down to our south right now, that's where all that rain activity is going to stay. So in general, no rain to worry about overnight tonight. No major rain like we saw today, but could certainly see a few sprinkles. We'll keep that in the forecast just to be on the safe side. Some lingering showers. Temperatures don't go much of anywhere. We'll stay right around the upper 50s to the low 60s through tomorrow morning. We are going to monitor the potential for a little bit of dense fog through the morning commute. So keep in mind, give yourself a few extra minutes as you hit the roads tomorrow. And remember to use those low beam headlights, not your high beams, that actually reflects your headlights right back into your car off of the fog. Tomorrow, I don't think it's going to be as stormy as it was today and this morning, but I do think we could see a few showers and storms, especially into the afternoon. Temperatures staying very warm in the 70s, so about 20 to 22 degrees above average for this time of year. Now, we've still got a flash flood watch in effect through tonight for the counties in dark green, flood warnings in those lighter green colors, and of course, we're continuing to monitor that flash flood warning in OKTIBBEHA County for the potential of the dam break at the OKTIBBEHA County Lake. Now, we do have one more cold front that's going to cause us some issues over the next few days. That's going to approach late in the day on Friday into Saturday. So once again, your Saturday looking like we're going to see some showers and storms. Now, the good news is no severe weather expected with this, so don't worry about any bad weather for Saturday, but there are going to be some showers and storms out and about. After that cold front comes through, there comes the colder air into the week. By Monday, we are going to be much colder, possibly even into Sunday and into Monday. Notice shower and storm chances, best chances Wednesday and Saturday. Could see a few sprinkles in between, but generally after Saturday, things are looking drier and much cooler. So Quentin, a lot of folks asking, where did winter go?
Where did it go?
It's coming up Sunday and Monday. There it is.
I got to tell you, I love the wine rack reference, Trevor.
I know.
Highlight of
Try
my
to change it up
night.
a little bit.
Let's go have some wine. Well, I may have some when I leave here.
A Smithville convenience store was seeing a steady business in lottery ticket sales, but that has increased since a customer won big last week. We'll have that story coming up on WCBI News.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Quentin Smith.
Welcome back. A convenience store in Monroe County sells the first big lottery scratch-off winner in the area. Our Allie Martin stops by the business, which is seeing an increase in lottery ticket sales after a $100,000 grand prize card was sold.
George Ewing could have bought a lottery scratch-off ticket at a store near his home in Hamilton, but instead made the trip to the T-Mart number 12 in Smithville to get his Mississippi Blues ticket.
Maybe I hit lucky this time.
Ewing made the drive because he wanted to buy a ticket from this particular store for a very big reason.
I just come over here because I heard about the guy that won $100,000.
Last week, a regular customer who wants to remain anonymous purchased a Mississippi Blues scratch-off ticket with a grand prize of $100,000. Ewing won $20 with his ticket, and although he knows the odds are stacked against him, that hasn't stopped him from making plans just in case.
Man, you know, take care of some bills and help people out. You know, I'm kind of like that.
$100,000 would go a long way.
It will. It will.
The manager says business has increased since last week's big win, not only from surrounding counties, but there have also been out-of-state customers hoping to keep the lucky streak going.
I know we've had some from Georgia came in Saturday. Most of them, like the factory down here, they come in at lunch. They buy tickets or cash them in as they buy their lunch.
And Kemp expects business to pick up even more when Powerball sales start at the end of January. In Smithville, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Now, we do want to point out merchants will get a percentage of a winning ticket sold at their store for the multi-state Powerball game. That's set to begin January 30th. Mississippi State and Ole Miss play without a win to begin SEC play. But who would make that change on Tuesday night? Highlights next in sports.
Here's sports with Tom Ebel.
Been a rough start to SEC basketball for the Rebels and the Bulldogs. A chance on Super Tuesday to get in the win column, starting with the Rebels. Not a good start for Ole Miss. Without leading scorer Breein Tyree out with a lower back contusion, taking on the Florida Gators. Gators jump out fast, dribble drive, Keontae Johnson wide open backside for the easy dunk. Gators up 8-0 in a blink. Rebels bounce back though off the long rebound. Carlos Curry with the board. He's going to find Blake Hinson. Never too shy to pull the trigger. Sinks the three. Rebels make it a one-possession ball game. 3-point game still. Hinson from the parking lot. No good. KJ Buffin though with the board. Is finished. Takes the contact, the friendly roll to go. The 1-point basketball game, but that's as close as it would get. Gators close the first half on a 19-6 run. They feed inside to Kerry Blackshear for the two. That'd be basically it. Gators coast in the second half. Rebels fall to 0-3 in conference play. Florida with the 71-55 win. Mississippi State trying to avoid an 0-4 start to conference play, taking on Missouri. Bulldogs leaving no doubt off the steal. DJ Stewart up to Reggie Perry, the big fella, with the smooth finish in transition. Mississippi State starts the game on an 8-0 run. And here comes a good sight for the Bulldogs. Tyson Carter off the pick. Going to nail the long two with that bucket. He passes his dad, Greg Carter, on the career scoring list at Mississippi State. Bulldogs coasting, more defense leading to offense. Iverson Molinar on the steal. Clear the runway for takeoff. Molinar with the tomahawk jam. That would really be, Mississippi State got all their frustration out in this one over the past couple weeks. The lob to DJ Stewart is off. Stewart corrals the loose ball, kicks out to a wide open Robert Woodard in rhythm. Onions at the buzzer at the shot clock. Mississippi State up by 14, and then Nick Weatherspoon gets in on the three-point party. This is Weatherspoon's first three-point make of the season. That's got to feel good. 18-point ball game, Mississippi up, and then right before halftime, Bulldogs go to Weatherspoon again. Clear the lane. They got the fadeaway mid-range J. Nothing but nylon to go into halftime up 20. Bulldogs all day, all the time. They get their first SEC win, 72-45.
The first half gets to his right hand.
Houston hitting the road to take on Choctaw County Division basketball on the high school level. Third quarter, Michaela Crowley gets the steal, goes coast to coast for the bucket. Toppers with a 1-point lead. Fourth quarter we go. Talia Alston forces the steal, hits the break, finds LaGenesis Johnson for the left-hand finish. Lady Chargers up by 5, but the game goes to overtime. Choctaw County up 2. Johnson gets ripped but saves the ball from falling out of bounds. Destiny Love to Jalea James. Knocks down the clutch triple. That seals the deal. Lady Chargers get the OT win, 47-40. It'll be the boys up next. Houston taking on Choctaw County first quarter. Chargers ball. Tylen Carter with the bounce pass to a cutting Trey Jobe with the reverse layup. Houston still up. It's a 1-point ball game early. Toppers in transition. Xavier Verges. Hezzy, dribble, step back. 3 is money. Houston up by 3 now, and then Chargers ball. Verges with the steal. Hits the break, throws a beautiful bounce pass to Shamar Crawford for the lay-in. Toppers up by 5. Then before the end of the first quarter, Verges forces another steal. Rashawn McGregory big fella gets up there for the two-hand jam. Toppers up 7. They go on to get the win 60-52. Division play continuing. West Lowndes taking on French Camp. Lady Panthers up big here. Defense leads the offense. The Steel starts the break. Tidesha Hood goes coast to coast. No one stops ball. Easy lay-in for 2. West Lowndes running out of time here. They get the win 58-36. And then on the boys' side, they'll be running back. Panthers versus Panthers. French Camp, West Lowndes off the inbounds. Daryl Brooks with the corner triple. Nothing but nylon there. West Lowndes gets the sweep. We'll have the full highlights coming up on our website and on Sunrise tomorrow morning.
Tom, the college football season officially came to an end last night. What did you think about that game?
No surprise. LSU by 14. That's the way it was all day.
LSU dominance. There you go. We'll have a last look at your forecast coming up after the break.
I've been trying to come up with words about what this weather is doing, and I think the best explanation is that it just keeps grabbing for the wine. It's had way too much wine this week. We're going to go from 74 on Wednesday to 38 on Tuesday. Couple of chances for some storms in between. No severe weather expected right now, but of course, we're going to continue to keep an eye on that flash flooding risk.
Tom, how do you feel about that wine rack comparison that Mr. Trevor made? I'm in favor of it. Okay, silence means he's not in favor of it. Have a good night, everyone.